How you doing, YouTube? My name is Roger Grimes, and you're watching Better Life 75. Today I'm going to bring you 7 keys to happiness. Alright, so here's the first one that I have, is have a belief system. Now, here's an old saying. You have to stand for something or you will fall for anything. That's an old saying. You guys probably heard that many times. That's true. Here's what I'm talking about, a belief system. You don't always have to follow the same belief system, but here's the thing is it has to be put together with like good morals. You gotta have a standard of life, a belief system. I choose Christianity. I'm not gonna say everyone has that's be foolish for me to try to sit there and convince you to become that. But that's my belief system. And you should follow this system. You get this belief system and follow it. Too many people try to make a plan for your life, and they don't even know the plan in your life, but they call you stupid and things like that. And if you believe that, that's the wrong belief system. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta have a belief system. Religion, not just Christianity, but all broad religion. A lot of it speaks of good morals, having a better life, treating people well. That's a piece of a belief system. Now, the thing is, if you say, I don't believe in a God or a creator or anything like that, but what are your morals? What do you stand by? That's what I'm talking about, a belief system. You need to have that to be happy. If you don't have a belief system, how are you going to expect to be happy? Does that make any kind of sense now? Think about it. How can you be happy if you have nothing to believe in? Well, you're not going to be happy. You're going to be lost. You're going to be trying to find one thing or another thing. You got to have something to stand for or you'll fall for anything. Number 2, forgiveness. Some people don't want to hear this at all. I will never forgive them. My own sister don't want to forgive nobody. Well, not nobody, but my father, he's passed away. She still won't forgive him. I told her, you got to forgive. Oh, I won't forgive him. No, it's not for him. It's for you. You need to forgive. Whether it's yourself, you got to forgive for yourself for things, or somebody else. You got to forgive and forget. If you can't forgive, you will have the bitterness that will be blocking your heart. Be blocking the true happiness that you'll have. So if you're seeking happiness, that bitterness that you're going to have, it's going to build up to resentment. It's going to build up to anger. And that's how can you be happy and angry at the same time? You cannot. That's why you need to forgive. You might say, I'm okay, I'm good. No, it's deep inside you. Take a check on yourself. Just check up and think about those that made you angry. And reevaluate that. If you get angry about it, again, thinking about it, odds are you probably did not forgive them. Free yourself from that bitterness, that sickness that you're going to have because you cannot forgive. So that's what we're talking about, forgiveness. Okay, so let's go to number 3. Become content. Okay, that's a hard one sometimes. You might be working in a job that you don't even like. How can I be content with this? Well, it's paying your bills, right? So be content that it's paying your bills. You don't have to be content with the situation that you're in, but be content with who you are and what can you learn from that situation. So what are you going to get out of it? I don't know. You might get bitterness. You can't forgive. What are you going to get? That's why becoming content, where you are as you're working on becoming better for the future. That's where you really need to be content, or you're going to have that bitterness that, you're going to go right back to unforgiveness. You won't have a belief system to believe into. See how this stuff is stepping stones there? You need these pieces to be happy. Number 4, gratitude. Okay, so now you forgave somebody. Be grateful that you've forgiven them. Maybe, or you have a belief system, be grateful that you have a belief system. You are content. Why are you content when so much is going on? How can I be content and grateful? Well, remember what I said. These work together. Content and gratitude is really close together. You can be content and go nowhere, but then the gratitude, you're just thankful. Thank you. Thank you. This is going to develop number 5, positive thinking. You got to have positive thinking. Number 3, 4, and 5 really work together so hard. They work together very well, those 3. Well, actually, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, where am I going? It all works together, don't they? So they seem similar, but they are distinctly different. So you want to be grateful for what you have. Back to 4, guys. I know I said 5, but let's go back up a little bit to 4. You gotta be grateful for things. If you're not grateful for things, you're gonna have bitterness drilling in there. You, like I said, you'll have forgiveness. You won't be content. All right. So how do you work on being content? Well, let's put it together with forgiveness and gratitude. You put gratitude and forgiveness together on this, and then you can work on gratitude. You can work on that, right? Contentment. All right, so let's put it this way. If you feel like there's nothing to be grateful for in your life, you're totally in discontent. If you are totally stuck here, guys, and you have there's nothing to be grateful for. All right, well, you should take a check on things that make you happy briefly. So we all experience happiness. We all experience it at times. Just because I'm not grateful for something one time, I'm not experiencing that happiness at that moment. If I give you $1 million, you're going to be grateful, right? You're going to be happy for that moment. And then all of a sudden, if you're not truly happy with these other keys, what's going to happen is you're going to really be stuck back to ungratefulness. All right, thanks for the $1 million. Where's my next? So this is where we really need to put these things together. Let's put the positive thinking now. Let's move on to number 5. Positive thinking. Positive thinking really doesn't do you any by itself. But does it do better than negative thinking? Yeah, it does everything better. You can do everything better with the positive thinking than you can with negative thinking. So if you have a problem, think positive. There's a book I read. I can't think. I think it's Robert Schuller, Pastor Robert Schuller, started the Crystal Cathedral. If I'm wrong with that, let me know. But I believe that's who it was, and he wrote a book. He talks about the possibility thinking game, and here's a cool thing he had in there. If you have a problem, he said write down 10 solving that problem. He says most of the time your answer lies in the 10. I like that thinking on that. But what he's doing is getting your brain working in the positive side. So he was pretty much not just a pastor, but he was a master at positive thinking. I really liked that book that I was reading from. I got a couple more from there too. But check it out, man. Positive thinking, guys. You gotta go with, you got a problem. Let's put it this way. You got a problem. What are you gonna do? You're gonna cry about it? How many times are you gonna cry about it? There's somebody I was ministering to one time at church. Well, not the one time. It's like every single week. It's always the same issue, same problem. He's always at need. And now here's a problem with someone that's always at need. You might want to say, well, no, I need to feed them. I need to give them food. I need to give them some money. Okay, I understand feeding them. They need that. But you can't give them money all the time because what you're doing is enabling them. See, this is why I said to them one time. I was like, well, what are you doing different? He says, I'm crying at night. No, that's what you told me last week. How'd that work out for you? It didn't. What are you doing different? You just think about it. What are you doing different with your life? Let's put a positive thought in there and see what can we do different that's more positive than crying at night. That didn't work out very well. Still hasn't. So we have to really go from the problem to problem solving But if we can't get past negative thinking, we're going to be stuck in that. Let's go to number 6. You got to know your worth. If you want to truly be happy, you got to know what you're worth. What are you worth? This is going to go good too with number 7, which is know who you are. All right, now these go hand in hand, but they are different. Here's the thing too, is if you know what you're worth, it's going to empower you to where you don't have to listen to naysayers. If you know what you're worth, doesn't matter what anybody says to you. Here's a quote that I came up with when I was kind of exploring this know your worth. It says, if you know your worth, the insults of your enemies hold no weight. And that fares to be true. If you know your worth, no matter what anybody says, it's going to fall off you. It won't hold any weight. It's like taking a paper towel, stretching it out, and putting a 10-pound weight on it. It's not going to hold it. You can put a butterfly on it, it'll hold it, but you put that weight on it, it's not going to hold no weight. So that's what it is when you know your worth, no matter what they say. So a lot of people have told me that I mumble, I slur my words, I can't understand you. They get really rude about it too. If I listened to them, I wouldn't be making these videos for you. If I listened to them, I wouldn't, this realm of speaking to others. I wouldn't be in the ministry speaking to others. If I listened to them, I wouldn't be in management. I wouldn't have my own business. I wouldn't be entering into Toastmasters International to learn how to speak better if I believed that I couldn't speak at all. In the Bible, there's a man named Moses. Everybody kind of heard of him, right? Well, Moses stuttered. He had a stuttering problem. So when God came to him and said, hey, I want you to lead our people, lead the Israelites out of Egypt. He says, I can't lead, I can't speak. Probably came out with a big old stutter. Think about that. I'm not trying to be funny, but can you imagine someone come to you, want to lead you, and he's got the stuttering problem? And then you don't want, you're sitting there trying to hear them speak it out. But Moses said that he has a stuttering problem. Why did he say, he can't do it because of the stuttering problem? Probably because a lot of people told him many things. As a child, he probably got picked on for it. So I've been picked on for it many times for the way I speak. I'm not going to let it stop me. See, I know my worth. I know I'm worth more than what other people are saying to me about it. If you know your worth, think about that. You'll become more happy. That is the key to happiness, right? Let's track these down again. Have a belief system. 1. 2, forgiveness. 3, become content. 4, you want to have gratitude. 5, positive thinking. 6, know your worth. And let's go to 7. Know who you are. What do I mean by this? Many people die not knowing who they are. They don't know what their purpose was in life. They didn't know any of that. A lot of people don't have any idea. Well, let's put it this way. We all have been put on this earth, regardless what your belief is. We've been put on this earth with a purpose. What is your purpose? Some people have been purposed to play sports really great, but that's not their greater purpose. See, their greater purpose is a lot bigger than the sports. See, you got LeBron James, since I'm in Cleveland here. LeBron James, some arguably say that he's the greatest player in his NBA history. He can be. If you look at the stats, they're pretty high up there. But a lot of people say Michael Jordan. Well, both of them, you can't argue with this. They were both gifted, but a lot of hard work to get to where they were. Where they become in their career. They were gifted with it, weren't they? but they had to work at it. But let me tell you right now, that is not the tip of the iceberg of their purpose in life. They weren't put here just to play basketball, but they were here to capture those, maybe youth, that needed to look up to somebody, and basketball was a way to do it. Now they could reach youth through the means of their career, what they were gifted for. That was a purpose, but not their main purpose. So find what your main purpose is and utilize it to help others. Help them grow and become better people. Help them do what you do. But that's the thing is, you really need to find your purpose. What makes you tick? Let's put it that way. Alive and go do that. That will make you happy. What makes you happy? What makes you really extremely woo when you do it? One of the things that make me feel that way is just trying to help others. Talk to the others. I like to talk anyhow. It's amazing. The guy that just would but mumble and just say stupid things that come out of my mouth and don't know how it's coming out, or slurring my words, and just not a very clear speaker. Now I love to speak. Why is that? Because that's a purpose of mine. If I listened to other people and then didn't know my worth, see, I understood my worth. Sometimes to understand your worth, you got to know your purpose. But you are worth something, and you have purpose in you. So these are 7 keys to happiness. I didn't get this out of no book. This is stuff that I've discovered in my own life, things I've done. All this stuff I came across in many different ways, sometimes hardship. That's where being content and having gratitude. Then all of a sudden I go, what can I learn from this situation? There's where I came up with 7 keys to happiness. So I hope you guys took something from this. I hope you to be happy. I want to say God bless. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. And share this if you really took something from this and it helped you. Share it out with somebody. Maybe it'll help them too. All right, I'm going to get out of here. And I want to say God bless again and see you later.